Okay, let's start the class, everyone. Thank you.
Okay. So I was just looking at the list that we have. Some things on there that I don't know what they are. I'm just going to type them in. But we've got Naruto and a Pikachu and a Goku and a princess. So I'm just going to type this one into Kimetsu. If you have any requests for things to draw, write them in the chat and I'll have a look. Oh, the guy from Demon Slayer was the other one. Okay. We try and keep a bit away from the full-on anime. Excuse me. So I'm still dealing with throat issues, but we'll do it better. So let's start with something easy. Let's start with a Pikachu. So has everyone got their pencils ready? We'll get a sort of a nice circular shape. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. Oh my goodness. Sorry. I've got some water here I'm trying to drink. Shadow. That was on the list for the other group, I think. Yeah, we had that on the list for the other group. Let's add it to this one. Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, so there's our Pikachu head. Let's give him a little bit of a bean-shaped body. So I'll put his little leg in there. Two little bumps. That's where his feet are going to come from. So you can actually rub out this part of the circle. A little bit there. And sort of put in a bit of a cross here. Find out the middle of his head and roughly where you want his eyes to be. So we can do his eyes in black. Little black circles with a little white highlight. Sorry for coughing all the time. All right, so next step. I'm going to give him a little nose in between his eyes. And smiley mouth. You can leave his mouth closed like that, or you can draw it open. Big tongue. Then we need his big red cheeks. So one there, and this one's going to be cut off a bit. Jasper, what are you doing? What are you doing to your brother? Okay, so we're going to put his ears in now, or could be her ears. It might be a girl Pikachu. One there, one there. And it's got black on the tips. can rub out the space in between that one. So the next things we've got to add are his arms and his tail. So we'll do his arms first. We'll do one arm sticking out this way. And then he's got 4 little fingers that we can draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll put his other arm in here as well. So it's going to be a little bit fatter because it's foreshortened, which means it's coming closer to you. Now, should this be a boy Pikachu or a girl Pikachu? Put it in the comments which one you prefer, because tails are different for a boy and a girl. Ethan says boy. Jasper, do you not know how to write in the chat? Do you want to unmute and say what you?
A boy, please.
A boy?
Yes,
Okay.
please.
All right. So we've got an Emily and Kyle agree. So it's going to be a boy. All right. So I like to start at the end of the tail because it's the big part. It's almost like a rectangle. But then when it comes to the end, you draw it a little bit past, like that. And then you can go back and down and back, like that. So the base of the tail is darker, it's got a little brown patch, and you might even see a little bit of his stripes. They're brown as well. You can add some little toes to his feet. I might even add eyebrows. He doesn't normally have eyebrows, but I might give him little eyebrows. And you could draw little lightning bolts coming off him. Or you could try and draw some lightning on his hands. You could draw like a ball over each hand and then just go have him sparking out. Draw that kind of thing. That's good, Ethan. I like the electricity on his tail. So you could do these. These are his hands. You could draw that over his hands too. I like this sort of cutesy way of doing it. Okay, and then you can. Oh, what's hit my knee? Then you can color it, or you could trace it with a black pen and color it in with pencil. Okay, so the next thing we're going to draw is we'll do shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog. All right. Oh, we lost my chat. Okay. So that was Pikachu. A nice, easy Pikachu to start. Let's see all those Pikachus. See Ethan's. Let's see everyone else's. Kyle, it's a bit hard to see. Look, from here, it looks like a Squirtle with giant ears. Oh, he does have giant ears. Wow, that's cool. I like that. Good job. How about Emily? Have you got one? Oh, you've colored it in. That's the same one you showed me the other day. He didn't draw one today. I remember. Yes, that's the same one. What about you, Jasper? Have you got yours there? No? What about Haku? Have you got one to show me? Pikachu to show me? Well, there we go. Oh, Jasper. That's good. He's got a fat bottom. And his electricity looks like a banana peel. That's good. Good job. All right. So we're going to do Shadow the Hedgehog next. So remember, do you remember how I told you how to draw Sonic characters? We draw a big head, a big circle for a head, excuse me for coughing, and their body is sort of a round triangle shape. So we've got head and body. And then we're going to put in the arms and legs. We're just going to do like stick figure shapes. So I'm just going to move this down. So we'll do one leg here and one leg here. And then sort of big triangle shapes for the shoes. Something like that. And then we'll draw one arm here with a hand and the other arm here with a hand. So that's the basic shapes, and you can make a lot of Sonic characters using those shapes. So right now I'm going to focus back on the head. So has everyone got the body? Yeah, okay, so we're going to zoom in on the head. Okay, so on the head, first thing we want to do is find the middle, sort of there, because that's where I know I'm going to put the nose now, and his eyebrows are going to come down. So this little lump is where his nose is going to come out of, and that's like a little bean shape. But then that lump will continue to the side, and that's going to be his mouth, or the section where his mouth is. Sorry, my hand's just covering that for a second. Just going to rub out some of those lines. Okay. And we can do his little mouth over here to the side. Okay, so now we're going to do his eyes. One on this side, and it's going to come down in the middle, and then one on that side. So his eyes aren't quite as big as Sonic's, because he's a little meaner, and he's got a red bit on the outside as well. So that's the red bit. It's going up and down, and then we'll come up again. Get the other eye in the red section as well. And then we'll draw his pupils. Then we draw a little shine in. Dennis, we are drawing Shadow the Hedgehog. Dennis, why do you have a picture of the Seattle Space Needle as your picture, your avatar? How do I know? It's a famous building. It was also in was it in Men in Black? I don't think it was. No, the different ones in Men in Black, different building. But yeah, I think it's the Space Needle is what it's called, from Seattle. Have you been there? Oh, so did you take that photo? Oh, cool. There you go. I've never been to Seattle. I'd like to go there. Okay, so we're going to put his ears in. Now his ears are sort of triangles. That one on top there, over this side. And we'll cut that one in half because this is the back of the ear and that's the inside of the ear. And this one, I'm going to do the inside of the ear a bit lower. Like that. And this one, the inside of the ear is here. Okay, so Shadow has, like Sonic, has one big point, one big spike in the top there. And then he's got one in the middle and one down there. And you'll see them. They sort of stick out a bit wider than Sonic's. So you can sort of do it. One like that. Oh, sorry. Zoom out a little bit. One like that. I'm going to do this one and the top one first. And then we can do the one in between. And this one's sort of got a bit of a bend in it. Like that. And you will see them on the side as well. So the opposite of that one. Sticking it there, and the opposite of that one. Like that. I don't know if they all have, oh, they do. They all have red sections on them. But you can really only sort of see this one that comes down to his head a bit. And a little bit of red on this one and this one. Okay, has everyone got the head done? And we'll move on to the body. Carl says yes. Emily says no. Okay, I'm just going to move it up a little bit. And on his chest, he's got some white fur there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we do one down the bottom, a little point down the bottom. Emily, why do you keep writing? Oh, is it Kyle that writes emotional damage? One of you keeps writing emotional damage. And by that smile, I'm going to say it's Kyle. Okay, so there's one little point down the bottom, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 to the middle, and then 4 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4 to the one on the bottom. Okay. I'm going to move down to his hands. So he's got gloves on, but he has rings around his hands and feet. So we could draw those in first. Sorry, losing my voice now. So there's one part of a ring, and then he has a little red section of his glove sticking up like that. You want to see everything there, Dennis? There we go. That's nice because the legs are, haven't got there yet. While we're there doing the glove, we can do the top part of this arm as well. And we're just drawing a fist. So we'll draw a thumb and a finger. You can't see the top part. Oh, sorry, just give me a second. Finger, 1, 2, 3. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers and a thumb. And I don't think he's got any details in his glove. How is that, Dennis? I'll turn it this way. There you go. You can see his top. This is top spike. Now on his back, I think he has 2 spikes, but you can only see one sort of sticking out here. And then lower down, he's got his tail. I think there's one on each side, so we can only see one on his back at the moment. It could just be one. No, it's 2. I just saw another picture of him. Okay, so while we're there, let's draw in little bits of his leg and his other leg and the body. And we'll come down for the arm. So this, in this glove, we're seeing the inside of the glove. So the ring is actually coming around like that. So we're seeing the arm go into the ring. I bent his arm a bit. Wasn't really looking what I was doing. Yeah, still try to turn that around so you can see the whole thing. And this one we'll do his hand open. So we're going to see his thumb. Like that. And then we'll do top of his hand and 1 finger. 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers. Like that. So the last thing we've got to do is his feet. I'll let you guys catch up a bit. And in the meantime, I'm just going to shade him in. Just using the side of my pencil. You can see how I'm holding it. I'm not holding it like as if I was drawing. I'm just holding the end of it like that. Just so I can rub back and forth. And then, because it's I'll zoom in a bit and zoom out. See how it's very scratchy? I can then just rub my finger on it a bit and it blends it, and I can get into some of those little holes that I didn't quite reach with my pencil. It makes it look a bit more uniform. Okay, I'm going to zoom in now to do the feet. So I should be all done with most of that. So I'm going to zoom in for feet. The shoes are pretty detailed compared to Sonic's shoes. Oh, Ethan's already done the feet. Good job. Okay, so like with his gloves, he has a little ring and then a little red bit sticking up. So on this one, we'll do, that's the ring part. Oh, I don't have enough. I'm going to rub out a bit of his leg because it's like the tongue part of the shoe sticks up there. I'll do that on the other foot as well. It's sticking up. It's got a little bit on the back as well. Now, on the bottom of his shoes, he's got these big metal heels. So there's a bit of a hole in the middle like that. And this part is a big red piece of metal. And then on the front as well. But on the front, they come up. like that. This bit's white, this bit's black. But because this one is turned around, so on this one, the shoe is facing this way. On this shoe, it's facing this way, pointing towards you. So we're going to see where that red bit comes up. Like that. And we can see a little circle under here. And we're not going to see much else. It's just pretty much the white part of the front of the shoe. Now, hopefully you can still see that. I'm getting all there. He is. He's all on the page now. So we have done Pikachu and a Shadow the Hedgehog. When you're done, hold it up and let me see. I want to see all these cool hedgehogs you've been drawing. Wow, Jasper. That's great. That's good, Ethan. Oh, you already showed yours. Yeah, that's good. What's that next to him? Is that a pillar? Let's see, Atticus, how are you going? Good? You're almost done? Haiku, yours just tilted a little bit, I think, Haiku. It's because of the filter you have on. Oh, Atticus, that's cool. It's really good. No, it's just looking for faces. You have to maybe turn the filter off so I can see it. Emily, how's yours? Can we see your shadow? Did you turn him into a princess? No. Let's see Carl's. Oh, that's cool, Carl. Good job. That's good. All right. And he's floating off the ground. Wow. Oh, that's better, Haku. I saw that just for a sec. There we go. When your face is there, I can see it. So lift your face up over your page. There you go. And now I can see the picture. And it's gone again. That's really good, though. Good job, what I could see. Yeah, that's cool. I like it. Good job. Okay. Let's do... a lot of boys here aren't going to want to draw a princess. I just saw Dennis. So, I don't know. Oh, we've just got Claire come in. Claire, would you be interested in drawing a princess? Otherwise, we're going to draw Goku. Emily, do you want to draw a princess or Goku from Dragon Ball? Don't listen to Kyle. Don't listen to Kyle at all. Claire. Oh, Claire. Oh, Ethan hates princesses. That's a surprise. Claire, you're actually with Dante. But do you want to draw a princess, Claire? What? Emily wants Goku? Yeah? Okay. Well, I guess we're going to draw Goku then. Let me just find a nice picture of him. Goku. I wonder, should we draw adult Goku or kid Goku, where he has a tail, the monkey tail? Any suggestions? Carl's typing. Dante wants Goku too? Okay. Super Saiyan. So that's one where he has the yellow hair, right? Goku. Super Saiyan. Yeah, that's yellow hair Goku. Okay, wow. There's one where he's just all hair. Okay, this one is going to be a bit difficult to draw for some of you, but we'll try. I'll try and keep it simple. I'm just going to swap my pencil out because this one's getting a bit blunt. So I'm going to undo that. Look how tiny my pencil was. So I'm going to put another pencil in. Here's a sharp one. Put it in here. Oh, tighten it up. It's not working. There we go. Tighten. All right. Let me go back to the chat so I can see what you guys are writing. Where to get this from? I think I got it from Kinokuniya in Sydney, the big bookstore in Sydney. I think is where I got that. Because I have a big sort of Japanese and stationery section. You could look there, or art supply shops will have them. Sometimes they're just a piece of metal; they don't have the tightener bit. And this one did have an eraser, but I don't have those bits of just the metal ones. Well, I don't have one here anyway. Okay, so Super Saiyan. I think we'll do him in that. So I'm just looking at some different poses. So let's do him just sort of standing like that. It's very hard to see that. I just drew a very light line. So I'm going to have his head here. Make sure you've got room for his hair because his hair is going to be up like that. And let me just move this light. And then I'm going to leave room for his neck. Going to fit his chest in. And then coming down his waist. And then his legs are going to be sort of down here. It should be a bit wider. So the legs like that. And his hands will be bent like that. So that, it's gotten very bright. That is the sort of pose we're going for. So if you can get that down on your page, then it'll give us something to work with. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you've got that. Dante and Claire, are you guys able to open up your camera? Because then I can see what you guys are doing. Got your Atticus, okay. Can't really see that, Kyle, but oh yes I can. There you go. I got it. Let's see, but Dennis was just saying what it's called. He's talking about the bookstore. I'll type a link in here. Hang on a second. Yeah, bookshop in Sydney. It's right in the city. I will. Oh, it's kinokuniya.com.au. Okay, I'll copy that and I'll stick it in the chat for you guys if you want to go check it out. There you go. So copy that link and you can check out the bookstore and look that up, or you can go in there one day on the weekend, maybe after school or something. It's a very big bookstore, lots of stuff in there. You could get lost. You drew the logo for Goku? I didn't know he had a logo. Okay, so let's go. We're going to move on. Claire, I guess you're not Claire. Dante looked like Claire. Okay, so let's, we won't do detailing his face and his hair just yet. We'll focus a bit more on the body. So we'll give him a bit of his pointy jaw. So we'll give him that pointy jaw, but then we'll add in his neck. I think Emily and Carl, they were drawing that logo, which is the, I'm guessing it's a Chinese character. And it goes, I don't know where it goes. Is it on his back, that logo? Can't quite remember. I can't see it on, because all of his pictures I've got here, he's got his clothes in that ripped off. Yeah, on the shirt. So there's his neck and his muscles that are just between your neck and your shoulder. And then we can draw his big shoulders sticking out either side. Oh, it's on the corner of the shirt. Okay. Well, in this one that we're going to draw, he doesn't have it when he's Super Saiyan. Well, in the pictures I've got anyway, doesn't have it. So I'm going to skip the arms. I'm going to move down the body a bit because I want to get to this belt area. So it has this blue wrapping, and you can show that it wraps around by doing some different layers like this. Make it a bit lumpy on the side. So that's the wrapping around his waist. And then he's got orange pants and an orange top that's opened as well. So for the orange top, we can just sort of draw a V kind of shape. Like that. He does have a shirt underneath, a blue shirt. And you can see his pectoral muscles on top. It has some creases and things in it. And the orange part, the V part, sits up over his shoulders. So we can draw some lumpy bits there. But then it sort of comes down like that. And lots of creases and things happening. So this bit's blue. I'm just going to shade it in. And this bit's blue. And then he does have a little blue sleeve that sticks out on top of his shoulder as well. Okay, so let's go back to his arms because his arms are bent up. The fists and the forearms are going to be closer to the viewer or to you, the drawer. So let's draw those in first. We'll start down with his elbow, sort of come up towards the wrist. And then on the other side, the inside will come down, and then there's a bump like that. We've got a muscle there. Around the wrist, we can draw, he's got blue wristbands. And then in between the shoulder and the forearm, we've got the bicep. And on the back, so that's a bicep, and on the back is the tricep. And that comes down to join the elbow. Excuse me. So on his hand, we want to get some fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines there to get 1, 2, 3 fingers. And I need a 5th line that sort of wraps around to get his little pinky and then his thumb on top. Do you want me to zoom in on that? Slide down. Now we need to do that exact same thing on the other side, but we have to flip it. Okay. So just going to, oh, my light's about to fall off. Okay, so I'm going to move to the other side here. I'll try to make it so you can see both arms. So again, I'll start with the forearm, the elbow, and then the bump. Put the wrist in. Bicep. Tricep. Ethan, I can see right up your nose. And then try not to cover that one. Bit of the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4. Put a thumb there. Hand's a bit small. That one's a bit small. Needs to be a bit bigger. It's okay for now. Okay, so we're going to move down his pants. I'll zoom out a bit so you can still see those hands. Now his pants, I think his legs are actually going to be off the page. His feet. Depends on how long you did your legs. He's got a few sort of wrinkles in the top where his pants are gathered together. But then as his pants come down, they sort of get gathered around like this. You can do some from one side, some from another. And then when you come down, you can sort of make them sort of stick out a little bit or come in a little bit. All the way down to where you want his boots to start. And they get a bit baggier around that area. So they're all orange. And then his boots straight until they get to the foot. And then for the foot, we can just do almost like a little rounded triangle. He does have a red bit that goes down the middle of the boot. And there's a little tie. And those are blue. So I'll just shade those in because everything else I've done blue, I've shaded in. Okay, I'll zoom out so you can see everything I've done so far. Ooh. Okay. Give me a thumbs up when you've done the pants and the shoes. Okay, Carl and Jasper are ready to go. Who is that? That's not, is that Dante I can see, or is it someone else? It is Dante, okay. It's not Claire. You're Claire, that's what I thought. All right. So I'm going to, Dennis, are you caught up? Yep. And Atticus, have you caught up? Yep. Okay, cool. So I'm going to go up to the head. I'm going to zoom in and we'll try and do its face. We've got about 10 minutes. I'm about to lose my light as well. It's about to fall off my table. All right. That is, hang on. Clip's coming off. To organize myself. Come on. Get it together, Evan. Need to get this going. All right. Everything's falling over. Okay. So we need to let's just clear up the face. So it's nice and empty. So I've got the chin. And then from the chin, I'm going to draw a line up the middle, just so I can figure out where the eyes and things are going to go. And we can draw sort of eyebrow and then turn the rest of it into like a triangle almost. So we draw the top of the triangle, side of the triangle, and the bottom of the triangle. And that's sort of the eye shape. So we can put the color in a little section of it for the pupils. Then on one side, we can draw the nose like that. It's like the shadow. And we'll do a very small mouth. Now these characters have very big ears too, so we can draw some big ears there. Oh, where's my dog? Why'd you write sus? My dog is not in the room at the moment. He is probably curled up on the floor, waiting for me to come out of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4 bits. 4 bits of hair in the top, which is sort of a fringe. They sort of come over like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. He does have big elephant ears. The designer for these, for Dragon Ball and also for Dragon Quest, I think it's called. The characters have very big ears. Now he's got sort of 2 rows of hair. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 spikes. So it starts off with a small one on either side. And then we get some big ones, and they all sort of curve up like that. 2, 3, 4. I think I've done mine too big already. 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got there. 9, and I'll do a small one. 10. And then the top one, he's just got 1, 2, 3. 3 other bits. So you just make it fill in that space. 1, 2, 3, like that. It looks a bit big, but they have shading on them. Some of them have some lines in them as well. And you could even do him with like lightning crackling around him. This would look cool if you'd colored it all in and then had a white Posca pen or something and did it with white. What I'm just going to do is I'll do it with a felt tip pen just to show you some different things you can do. Yeah, it does look a bit like Sonic. Oh, he'd be a cross between Sonic and Pikachu. And we drew Shadow as well, so sort of fits. So with lightning or electricity, you want to keep it spiky and angular. But now and again, you do have those curved bits like that. Try and get bits that are sort of sticking out. You do little points and little stars shooting off. Like that. Ethan, that looks cool. Good job. So we've only got a couple of minutes left, so we won't have time to draw something else. But you can add a bit more detail to those. I don't think I forgot anything. No, he does have really big ears. You can draw more muscles in them too, because a lot of the Dragon Ball characters have huge muscles. That looks really cool, Carl. Or even just with the side of a pencil too. So I'm just holding the pencil like this. So the lead is flat, not to the point like that. I'm doing it flat like that. And I'm just going to go turning my page around as I do it. It looks like all these lines are shooting out from it. That was good, Dante. Yeah, yeah. So now it looks like it's just a big ball of energy. Oh, my light. There we go. So which is your favorite drawing from today? Is it Goku? Is it Shadow? Or is it Pikachu? Hold up what your favorite one is. And also don't forget, you can actually take a photo or scan it in and send it to Brilliant Kids, and add it to our online gallery. I'm trying to get all three of them on the page, but they're in the shot. There we go. Pikachu's hidden by my light. So hold up your favorite one. Which one you like best from today? Emily, I don't want to see that Pikachu again. The one that you drew a while ago. You got to show me something different. Jasper, what was your favorite one? Hold it up. Let's see. The Pikachu with the big bottom. I like it. That was good, Pikachu. Who else? Who else did something there? Atticus, what was your favorite one? The Goku. Oh, I like his hair. That looks cool. Looks like he had a love heart on his chest. just that shape. What about Haku? What have we got there? Which one's your favorite, Haku? You want to hold it up to the camera? Your favorite one? Which one do you think? The Pikachu. Yeah. Okay, cool. All righty. So I think that's about it for today. Are you there, Peter?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, all right. And I see you next week. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. go. Bye.
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 Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.